There is a world where war is not just duty, but identity, where every child learns to salute before they can speak, a world where steel is etched with family crests and banners tell of glories in a galaxy of fire. This is Castille, one of the Imperium's finest jewels in the crown of the Great War Machine, where battle is not just celebrated, it is prepared for, endlessly, methodically, without glory or complaint. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. A little late, so I do apologise, but here we are. Today we're going to be exploring another world and another homebrew regiment, the fighting backbone of my 40k fanfiction sector of EO, the Wolves of Castille. So if you enjoy this, then please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and let's get into it. Located in the northwest of EO's subsector, the Cosmopolis, Castille is a world of cool winds, evergreen forests, high plateaus, rocky canyons, and fortified cities. A world built entirely around the art of war, as a way of life. First built by the Munitorum as a bastion world, it evolved. Its temporal lands, mineral wealth, and stable climate made it ideal for popularization. As time passed and the defence of EO's sector was moved to the nearby world of Aeterna Majoris, its strong points slowly became cities, and over centuries a culture formed, not simply out of preparedness, but out of pride. Civilian life exists, but it is inseparable from duty. Art is the camo pattern of a tank hull, music is written in honour of battles, holidays commemorate victories, not saints. The cities of Castille are built like fortresses, arched walls, turreted keeps, and bastions that reflect the glories of its long martial past, each one ruled by a High Castellan. These rulers are united together as the Council of Blades, a circle of High Castellans representing each of the major fortress cities. Every few years they meet under the gaze of the Lord Commander Militant of the sector to reaffirm oaths and military quotas. Whilst the ecclesiarchy maintains a presence, unlike Pale, it is the Imperium that is worshipped here, not merely the divine. Service to Terra is sacred, and martyrdom is earned, not requested. Castille does not draft, it does not conscript, it raises soldiers. Every citizen is part of the defence infrastructure, every adult has passed a minimum of PDF standard training, and every school is co-run by the Departamento Munitorum. Infantry is its bloodline, not elite, not exotic, just reliable, repeatable infantry. To be Castellan is to live by the blade. Children are raised in military academies from the age of 6, with families allowed to keep one child to continue the family line, all males being destined for the front line. Discipline is drilled in early, and loyalty to the Imperium instilled from birth. Castille does not worship strength alone, it reveres honour. Every family has a martial lineage. Duels by gunshot are still used to resolve major disputes, and cowardice is the only unforgivable sin. Modelling itself in many ways after the most famous of worlds, Cadia, Castille produces warriors with a blend of tactical brilliance, knightly pride, and battle-hardened obedience. From childhood, Castellan youths are readied for cadet houses, military academies where they train, compete, and are graded for future service in their teens. The top graduates are chosen for military intelligence and special forces training upon the new bastion world of Aeterna Majoris, this being the highest of honours, a trial of steel, and averagely only 1 in 200 cadets ever achieve this goal, whilst others are pushed into infantry regiments, engineering, supply, and armoured divisions. All troops will one day see Aeterna and its fires in their final examination, leaving behind their titles and crests. But once training begins, Castellans quickly distinguish themselves, polished, disciplined, relentless in their drills. Among Imperial commissars, Castellans are considered some of the most reliable human material. Whilst they have the same flaws as the rest of humanity, they rarely break, rarely run, and often die where they stand. Although not native to Aeterna itself, Castille provides almost a third of its inhabitants at any one time. Mixed with regiments from across the sector, they compete with them and each other in massive planet-wide war games events. Castille thrives on these games. The winners gain favour, prestige, and the support of their special forces. The losers are sent for retraining and reassignment. Castille has won more of Eterna's exercises than any other source world. This outstanding achievement comes ahead of forces from Iskareth, the APA, Pale, Trident, the sector capital of itself Sindramundi, and more. On top of their martial and infantry skill, they also come a close second in tank simulators and armour drills, just behind the world of Mistwarden. However, due to their vast population, they still end up fielding the most armoured divisions in the sector. Castille's 3rd Armoured Division, the Lion Wires, is one of the most infamous units, proud to a fault, efficient, deadly, and undefeated in formal regimental exercises. While not equipped with experimental tech or exotic doctrine, Castellan regiments are known for their consistency. Their equipment is standard issue but maintained to perfection, their formations by the book and brutally efficient. Regiments like the 68th Castellans or the 109th Hyenas are deployed sector-wide and beyond. But even in the armoured corps, Castellan crews maintain strict formational pride. Tanks have names, machine spirits are prayed to daily. The death of a vehicle is mourned as a lost comrade. This efficiency has earned it favour with the Departmentum Unitorum. Its regiments are easy to equip, predictably trained, and doctrinally compatible with all standard guard operations. This bureaucratic reliability gives it better gear, faster deployments, and stronger logistical chain than many of its rival worlds. While others struggled for scraps, Castille's supply lines seem to stay strong. Other worlds, especially other hive and soldier-producing planets, resent Castille's place in the war machine, with underlying rumours of corruption. They claim the world hoards gear, and that soldiers, while they may not own the sector, act like they own the stars. Others resent their formality, their banners, their insistence on honour in a war without end. But none deny the result. Wherever Castellan regiments are deployed, enemies break and sectors are saved. In M35 during the War of the Beast, Castellan trained regiments formed the spearhead of the eastern sector's defence. It was at Dragon's Reach that war boss Iron Skull's War met its match. 3 armoured divisions, led by the 9th Steel Lancers, dug in and held the line. For 6 days they fought under constant artillery fire. Where the Orcs breach, the Castellans countercharge. 6 months later, the war boss was dead, and Castille's name was etched into the Imperial annals. In the dark years of the Nova Terra Interregnum, it was Castellan shock regiments, along with units from Sindramundi and Iskareth, who crossed warp storm lines to reinforce loyalist holdings, therefore ensuring the survival of dozens of subsectors. Then again, back in the eastern fringes of their home sector of Io, during the siege of Bradshaw, in the wake of the Battle of Drowned Mesa, Castellan lines held their ground for 49 days, fighting alongside Adeptus Sororitas against overwhelming greenskin tides, until the Battle of Ember Hill, whereby the war boss was defeated. Castellan soldiers vanish into the meat grinder. They become part of its gears. That is their ambition. They have fought in every major conflict within the sector and many beyond it. Other conflicts include the War for the Screaming Plateau in M39, as well as the Black Crusades. From Cadia to Mordian, from their homeworld to Armageddon, you will find Castellan boots on the ground. Their banners don't fly high. They're not the first to land. They're the ones who stay when the war drags on. Many are rarely seen again. The Imperium has endless need, and Castille's children are always at the front. Their victories, too many to name. Their losses, too frequent to count. Their legacy is immovable. Castille is not a world of comfort, it is a world of duty, forged in honour and trained in fire. Its children die for the Imperium with pride, not for a reward, but because it is what they were born to do, and it is what they dream of doing. To die any other way simply would not do. In a galaxy drowning in blood and darkness, Castille remains a sword that never dulls. In a galaxy that burns, Castille endures. Well, that's it for the lore, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, these are simply Cadians from the new box set. I did add an extra 5 guys to the team just to round it out for those extra options and add some more flavour. And there's also a captain or a commissar model in there. He's an older sculpt, so he doesn't really fit great, but he will do. I then have this guy who has 2 knives. I just like the idea of a guy just out of ammo, fucking charging down some heretic to smash his brains in, stab him up. I just like the look of that close combat guy in any sort of kill team, really. As you can see, I've built my own sniper. This one was done by extending the end of the gun slightly, just using an extra gun that was in the box, and adding a scope from, I think it was a Space Marine kit, and then making a green stuff cloak. Simple enough. Then there's this flag bearer who's made using an old KDM Command Squad flag. Used to get 2 in a box. One of them I used for the Trident guys in the last video, but I think I made the lower part of this pole from a spear from an old fantasy figure, like a Skaven or something, maybe even being like an Uruk-hai from the Lord of the Rings range. Can't remember, but just look for a stick if you wanted to do it yourself, really. And that's really it for this video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my homebrew regiment. It's the 3rd one I've done. I hope you enjoyed the minis. If you want to see the other 2 regiments, please check out my videos on Farouk and Bradshaw, the APA, and the Trident Stormborn. Next week we're going to be moving over to talk about a different faction, one that really brings out the fire and zealotry of the sector, the Sisters of the Order of the Lilac Rose, and their homeworld of Pale. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.